All right. All right. I just don't like surprises is all, but okay.
Well, we thought
And it
these
shakes it
waters were
off.
going to be safe, so you're also in the same boat as we are.
Oh shit,
Literally.
nothing's safe.
We are, yeah.
Zanzel, you chat my ass. I'll tell you.
So when he says I don't like surprises, I go up and I pat him on the back, and even though I'm being
Hey,
sarcastic,
I said I don't like surprises. Don't come out of nowhere.
I
okay?
say it in a very sincere tone, and I say, "Well, you and your crew really leapt into action when the bugbear surprised us, and so I commend you on at least handling that one with excellent speed and, skill."
He glares at you. My men are not seasoned fighters like you. If we had gone in one by one, we'd been cut to ribbons.
I meant it wholeheartedly, friend.
Trick. Yep. Listen, Captain, we're all a little bit amped up here. That was a lot of bugbears, and we're just happy to be here. I understand that you don't like surprises. I can assure you, outside of us having a few very powerful weapons, we really just want to conclude this journey and be on our way. We won't bring you any undue harm. If anything, we'll only protect you.
Yeah. Well,
I'll tell you what.
double ration of rum for everyone tonight, that's for sure.
Exactly. And do you have squirrel? Because I can wrangle up a squirrel soup like
Oh, God, he's going off, but I'm going down below the deck.
Hey,
Just
the
like
squirrel suit is amazing. I
It
have
really
eaten
is.
it quite a few times. You should not talk down on
Thank you,
his soup.
Spades. I think it's some of the best in all the land. Do you have squirrel?
No. I wish I did, though.
Captain?
I mean, if we would just stop by the shore, I could sure hunt you down the squirrel.
No, it's okay. I'll tell you what. I'll make you salmon soup.
Interesting. We'll see. Not
Spade-
sure if I like things of the sea.
Yes, but I'm talking to the captain. Captain, do you?
Ah.
I'll make soup.
Do I like what? Squirrel soup?
salmon soup or squirrel?
Salmon
It's
soup.
fine.
Bring me some salmon. Well, if you can, my men will catch us some salmon. We can have a good soup.
I will make up that soup for us. I'll be in the kitchen, drunk on rum. It'll be great.
Excellent.
Neil, do you want me to roll for it?
No, it's fine.
Let me do it anyways. Let me see.
Okay.
Should probably get
God
drunk.
damn it! No, never mind. I don't roll for it.
That was your drunk.
Too
roll.
late.
I tried the soup and I'm like, I hate salmon soup. It sucks. The squirrel soup is so much better.
You've never made salmon soup before because this is the first.
I'm
This is
drunk
only the
while
second time in
making
your
it.
life that you've ever been near the ocean or a waterway like this. So it's got it's just fish tossed in with the soup, and there's
Fucking hell.
eyeballs floating around. And some people would like that. Other people don't. Like the fish aren't properly scaled. You have no idea how to skin a fish. You get off most of the stuff, but it's still there. And people just kind of politely
Neil,
look away. and
Can I make an intelligence check to know what the one ingredient the soup needs to make it good?
There's more than one ingredient the soup needs to make
Well,
it
can
good.
I
Less
make an
fish skin.
intelligence check?
Do you have a cooking proficiency?
Hold on.
You can engineer the bowl to be really nice.
I do not. I have an herbalism
right.
proficiency, so I would know what herbs and spices. Neil, boom!
No, I will give you a cooking proficiency check at -5. I just have to figure out which stat cooking keys off of.
Well, obviously,
That's
it
how
would
I've been
be-
doing, making proficiency checks for things that you're
I've
not
been doing it
proficient
on
with.
Dex for him.
Well, that's
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
act
we were
of
doing
cooking.
Dex, right?
It's the act
think
of
so.
cooking. I'm saying what it
You,
needs,
Jeff.
and that seems like intelligence.
Yeah, it can be
to me.
something different. Taste.
Why are we doing Dex? Cooking is intelligence based.
No, the act of cooking.
Yeah, like
Is
Jeff is the
dex
cook
based.
and JP is
Yeah,
like
but
the
you don't-
critic.
Oh no, this is.
To know what something needs, you have to know how to cook things.
I
just to know
laugh
how
because
flavor
every
things.
time you told me to take a Dex check, and that's been
Every
the
time
precedent,
you've made
so
a
I'm
Dex
I don't
check.
know
choosing
why
it.
the fuck we did this. It's the
Because
dumbest
you
thing
told
ever.
me to.
I know,
Get
but that's the
fucked,
stupidest
Neil.
thing ever.
Get fucking cooking.
I made a
So
mistake.
Neil,
I
what
made
am
a
I rolling?
mistake.
Neil, what am I rolling?
Let me look. Give me a
Minus what?
give me a perception check at -5.
What? Wouldn't I just make
So
a
you can look.
cook-
So you can discern what's in the soup.
But wouldn't I just
you
make
can't-
a proficiency
No, a
roll?
grub
and a
skill
minus?
check. You should make a grub skill check.
A what?
We never rolled. We don't do grub skill in this campaign, do we?
No, what? I don't know what that is.
It's an optional stat
Never
that it equates to your enjoyment of food. Never mind. It's fine. Just make an intel check, JP. Intel check at -5. We should do grub skill though.
21.
21. You figure out that this soup needs to not have scales in it. Fish heads probably should be cut off. Maybe kept in. Maybe gut the fish first, debone them. There's a lot of things, and you tell
I'm
Victorian to
not
his face
very good. I'm not
exactly
very
what
good.
he needs.
Yep.
I make squirrel soup. I don't make fish soup very much. This tastes like shit. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed. Goodbye.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get drunk and say I feel like shit.
Unless
Hey,
you brought your
Ryan.
own liquor with you, there's a limit to what they ration out per day.
Very good.
Okay, then
you
I'll
said
drink
double.
the maximum I can drink, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Alongside this celebration, Neil, I also knock on Carla's door.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I go,
come in.
well, that was just what I was hoping. I open the door. And from the door, we just killed a bunch of bugbears. I made a really shitty soup. And I was wondering if I could keep you warm.
Victorian, I'm nursing the baby right now.
Probably
Get out
after.
there. Go guard something.
Fair enough.
Shots fired.
I stumble out.
Okay, you stumble out.
Also, Neil, I don't drink a single drop of
No,
liquor.
not in the slightest.
Nope. And then I assume everyone goes to sleep.
Yeah.
I think I fall asleep in the hallway. Probably. No, I make it into my room. I make it in my room and close the door.
Cool.
I would say, though, that because I was drunk, I slept in my armor. So,
All right, you sleep in your armor, but you actually have like a nice bed, so it's not nearly as bad as like sleeping on like the hard ground. There's a little bit of cushion. Your head's okay. It's not. It's still uncomfortable. You wake up hungover and like achy.
the next day, my first... So, I don't know what we're going to do, but I begin to help nurse the people. Like, Ron needs some medical assistance, so I'm, helping
Yeah.
package him up. And
If I can, I'll
bandage-
use my healing proficiency to heal people.
I need medical assistance too.
I help Spades. I make the rounds. That's how I spend my days, just patching people up and
All right.
healing them.
Cool. JP, how long do we have till break?
30 minutes or 17 minutes.
Cool. So you guys continue on down the river, up the river. I'm sorry, and eventually, as you guys approach Windschief, the captain said, "We weren't normally going to stop here, but after that attack, we got these bodies. We need to, probably deal with them and do a little bit of stuff. We're gonna dock for the day. So,
At
if you guys need
Windschief.
anything in town, go
So-
ahead and get it. Yeah,
Well, it's a
Windschief.
fairly big sized town. Okay, sounds good. When do you want to leave tomorrow, Captain?
He scratches his beard. Probably when the sun's almost at the peak in the sky.
Wait, what town are
Okay.
we in?
Windschief. Windschi.
Oh, so we're at the bottom of the... Okay.
Upon this, I go to Ron and say, Ron, we'll check out the town, but I want you to stay near the boat, and if anything mysterious happens, alert me as soon as possible. I will be either at the tavern, a weaponsmith, or blacksmith, and then I'll be right back. Those are the only places I'll be. Ron says, I love you,
Okay.
slaps my ass, and then we make out for like 20 minutes. But
Okay.
Totes.
So you go off. You guys all depart into your separate ways. What are we all doing?
I said sorry to interrupt you guys. I'm gonna be at the tavern.
Spades at the tavern. I'm going
Keep going.
to...
It's fine. I look at them as I walk away. I'm like,
Did I befriend the captain at all with the ship knowledge and him being interested in the horn and all that? Are we buddies? Or does he think we're buddies?
You haven't seemed to have gone. I mean, you seem to have a working conversation or relationship with him. It's always hard to tell where you stand with another person, though,
Okay.
outside of video game
I want
RPGs.
to tell the captain, and if that means being friendly with him and going where he goes, then that's what I'll do.
So you just kind of like hang out with him and walk around and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
cool.
assume I could get in easily after the experience.
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of going around and doing his shit. He doesn't seem to mind the company, but he's kind of a quiet guy.
Yeah, I'm basically keeping an eye on him to make sure he doesn't sell us to Verasi. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go to the blacksmith, Neal.
Yep.
What do you got in terms of full plate, friend?
You'd like to commission some full plate armor?
I'm about 6'2". If you had perhaps a suit that you could tailor to me on short notice, that'd be fantastic.
How short notice are we talking about?
The sooner the better I'd pay you.
Well, that's not a long sigh. I could probably get something done in about 10 weeks.
10 weeks, you say?
Yeah.
Would you be able to... How, you know,
I mean,
is...
that's if you have some armor you already have that's partially there, then we can just like retailer to your size,
Alright.
maybe make some new pieces from scratch. Get about 10 weeks in there.
You know, I used to have some, but then I sold it. So you don't have anything for a man about my size?
I don't. I'm not a wealthy enough blacksmith to keep plate mail on hand.
Fair enough. What if one of my friends has armor that's pretty far along, very close to being... It just needs a little bit of resizing. If I were to pay you double time to get this done, is there a service where you could have it done and then sent by courier a few towns down? Is that possible?
You want me to make this armor and then just ship it on ahead to you?
Yeah, I've heard of this this service called Amazon that some towns have got going right now. It's by horseback, of course, but yes, we're able to make purchases and send it away. It's trustworthy. I'm wondering if that kind of thing is here.
Well, it's certainly doable. I'd need a location and a person to ship it to.
Very good. Let me refer my friend to you then to see if that's an option he wants to attempt. You've been very helpful though, and of course I don't want to take up your time for free, so I hand him a gold piece.
He's like, all right, well, hey, where you want to send this to?
Oh, well, we're going down the river, so it'd be a few towns. I'd give you a name if you're able to do it. You'd need to inspect the armor to see how long it would take you, so I'll just start the wheel rolling. Is that okay?
Okay.
So I give him a gold, and then I go to Tariq and share this with him and tell him that he should go check him out, basically.
So I receive this and I enter the shop.
Nailed it.
I heard that you were offering Amazon the primest deals, the quickest deals. Is this true? You can tailor and ship armor?
Is that you friends with the other guy that walked in about this?
I am.
Well, I ain't never done it before, but if you trust me to do this, I'll need you around for a couple of days, like 4 or 5 days to get the measurements right and make sure that these pieces fit. It's usually around the end point, but you know what? If we can find someone about your size and build in town, I can, we make sure that you guys match in all the right places. I can build it off of him, design it for him, and it should fit you too.
Now, how much...
As I told your friend, it's about like a 10-week process to get this shit done as soon as possible. And then that's if you already have half the stuff here, part of it ready for us on hand. As in, like, you already have some plates that just need to be adjusted or done in this way.
I kind of like do one of these motions. And I'm like, this is the suit of armor that you'd be... It actually already is full plate. It is full plate. It just needs to be made to my dimensions.
All right, he'd start stripping it off of you and looking at it and examining it and goes,
well,
yeah.
Before he starts stripping me out of it, I say, how much will this cost?
I gotta take a look at it, man.
Okay, then I allow him to strip me.
You wouldn't ask a guy to, quote you on how to fix your chariot without having him examine it first, would you?
Not on my chariot, no.
God, no. All right, so he starts stripping it off of you, looking at it, and goes, well, yeah, this is definitely a little big for you. It fits Fits pretty loose, huh? A little tight around the hips. You
Yes.
know? Starts. He brings his apprentice over, and they kind of like talk in hushed tones for a moment, pointing out things like, "All right, I think we might be able to do this. If we do this here and here," and he goes into details of like what they need to do to like refine the armor to different places. Like, I think we could probably do this in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Well, we're definitely going to need to rebuild this thing and this thing and this thing, and those greaves just aren't going to work. They're way too loose. We could bend them in place, but then they wouldn't fit with the greaves above it. So we're going to have to rebuild those greaves from scratch.
I'm
Definitely.
going to come back in, I guess.
Okay.
Interesting. So
I don't think I'm metagaming. I think I would just come back because I have nothing else to do.
Okay.
In 3 weeks, what would the cost be to tailor this to my dimensions?
Shit, I ain't never done a job like this before. Well, we got to tailor it to you, all that fun stuff. Then we got to ship it to you. So those are 2 different prices there. So the tailoring I can probably do for around 200 gold. And then to ship it to you, that really depends on the location, man.
Let us say the town would be... is it... No, it's down here. Dara? Probably Dara, I would say. Or maybe Windchaz. Windhaz.
Windhas. That's hard to get to place.
Well,
Yeah,
here's,
probably on the roads better, like a Fallon or a Dara.
here's a question to you, friend. The roads along these ways, do merchants regularly travel them? Are they safe?
Yeah, the roads are pretty safe for now. I mean, what with half the country in rebellion over this whole prince thing. I don't know if you heard about that.
I have.
This part of the country is pretty safe. The rest of the area is kind of erupted into somewhat of a civil war. Yeah, I mean, no blood's been shed yet, but there's talk. There's all
Indeed.
sorts of talk.
I turn to Victorian and I say, with the possible uprest, I'm kind of just thinking out loud here. But what if we just, went shirtless for 3 weeks, had a little montage action, and just took it after he did it? Stay here in town for a little bit.
Am I there?
Should take us about 3 weeks to
You're
get
at
to
the
the city
tavern.
that we're going to, and armor on the boat can be a liability. We can get you some cheap armor as well. Like, you should be okay.
Yeah, my only worry is that the suit of armor is lost in transit.
That is the risk.
And what would the risk be if we waited?
I don't think there's an option to wait. The captain would leave. We would have to change our plans.
Yes, correct. The captain. All right.
I could leave Ron behind to travel with the armor and meet us at the city to protect it.
That doesn't sound like a bad plan either. You trust Ron?
Hell yeah. He's done
All right.
this. He's come this far for us.
Let's do that then. That sounds like a great option. So I turn to the guy again and I say, well, you said it's just 200 for the tailoring, and then we'll have our own guy bring it back to us.
So
So I leave the suit of armor with him. I take out 200 gold coins and I plop it right on the table.
like, well, hold on. Now we need transportation fees.
No, our friend Ron is doing the transportation.
Oh, Ron's going to transport it for you.
Indeed.
Okay, so he'll be by here to pick it up.
He will.
He'll stay in
indeed.
town.
Okay. Great.
I actually, but yeah, Ron's back at the boat, so I'd have to bring him. I'll bring him back here to introduce you to him. You're to trust the armor to no man but this man, of course.
Of course. Good. He spits on his hand and sticks it out to you.
I spit on mine and shake it.
It's a very firm, manly handshake, and you both nod and, this feels right. We should have some whiskey. All right, good. And you guys split, and
Yes.
he and his apprentice go inside and start looking at the armor and talking.
As we're walking out, I say, Tariq, you did forget you might want to look into getting some lighter armor so you have something. And I'll talk to Ron, but there's a good chance you'll probably have to pay him because this is extra cost and extra danger, basically.
You go talk to Ron, and I will go buy some armor somewhere.
Sounds good. I'll meet you at the tavern where we're having dinner.
Excellent.
Very good. So I make my way to go meet up with Ron, and we can go to like Spades or whoever else is doing something else.
Spades, what you doing?
Chilling at the bar drinking.
Cool. JP, what are you doing?
I've been following around the captain.
Oh, actually, I want to be bed dressed, if that's possible.
Okay. So you got to the tavern, had a couple of drinks, then realized, shit, I'm supposed to be resting, not drinking.
Yeah.
And went back to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. The captain kind of goes about, you guys chat a little bit. He seems to tolerate your company, but you're both kind of on the quiet types, I think, right? You're on the quiet type?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, this is Ansel.
I'm talking to Zanzel.
Yeah, I only speak to him if he asks me a question.
Nah, you guys just kind of walk around for a while, doing stuff. He, orders more supplies for the ship, gets an extra bit of this. He, has someone go and sand out the marks from the grappling hooks. Totally not necessary, but as long as you guys are parked here for the day.
If there's anything I can help him with my intelligence, then I do that as well. I can do the engineering on the sanding of the grappling hooks.
It's okay. Anyone can do that. A trained monkey could do that.
But can they do it with 19 intelligence, Neil?
I don't think it makes a
Can
difference.
they?
I think you reach like a terminal velocity of intelligence at this point.
Maybe.
You are as smart as you get before your head gets too big and you pop open.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The day passes.
Well, I head to Ron.
Yeah, you pick up Ron. He's out at the local brothel, which is where you'd expect to find him.
I'm assuming that's also somewhere where we can watch the boat, right? Because that's what I asked him to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between,
Ron, I have a proposition for you.
Yeah.
We're trying to commission Tariq's full plate mail to be completed, and we need someone to take it down to Dalra in a couple of weeks. If Tariq were to pay you, would you be interested in taking upon this mission?
Sounds like an easy job. Bring it him from point A to point B. Along
Very
safe
good.
roads.
And
It's
it's
not
just
magical, is it? He glares at you.
No. This
Are
armor
you sure?
is
You fuck me on this, Victarion. You fuck me on this, and
No, friend. This is vanilla armor. It's just full plate mail. Something that's been eluding us for a long time. And as you can see, we need the armament.
all right.
But
I
as
can
an
bring you
updated-
your armor.
I wanted to ask you if you're still on board with being with us. I know that you've put your life on the line numerous times, and I appreciate that. But I also understand if it's getting too hot and heavy for you, and you don't want to be around anymore.
I'm with you for now. That shit back at the castle was bad, but I've been trying to figure out how to say this. I think by the time you guys hit the lake, I'm gonna probably take off.
Friend, you've been more than honorable, and I appreciate it. And before we part ways, I will definitely do everything I can to give you as much of a bonus as possible. You've been invaluable, and it's amazing we can rely on you. I do appreciate it.
Well, you pay good money. Get to kill people like that. That's how I like
Alright.
it.
Well, keep me updated, friend. If that is still your choice there, then we'll make sure that you have all that you need to go on your way. And thank you for taking on this mission. I'll have Tariq. You can negotiate with Tariq for the fare and make sure and get as much as you can. That cheap bastard deserves everything he gets when it comes to fucking paying stuff. And then I just walk away.
He smiles, gives you a wink, and goes back into the room that you had brought him out of.
Okay. Then I just head back to the boat and check in on Carla, and I just that's where I get my good night's rest or whatever.
Okay. JP?
I
Oh, what?
actually go ahead.
I was going to say JP break time, or...
Go ahead, Tariq.
Yeah. I just need to buy like a stand-in piece of armor.
just like temporary armor.
Oh, I forgot this too. I tell Ron to go meet the armor, and I go with him, I guess, before I call it a night.
Okay.
Right, and I just want to buy something, cheap that'll last me for the 3 weeks while we're waiting.
While you're looking that up, is the captain just go to sleep normally? As far
The
as I
captain
know?
does his shit, and then he doesn't go to the ship to sleep. He goes to the same brothel Ron's at to sleep.
Okay. And do I see Tariq at all throughout the night? Is there any time we would ever cross?
Yeah, you absolutely run into Tariq. Actually, you guys cross paths while Tariq is walking away from the armorer.
Okay.
Or walking towards an armorer to get some armor.
So he doesn't have armor on?
Right.
Okay. I look
He's
at
in his
Tariq.
smelly clothes.
Yeah, I look at Tariq and I'm like, Tariq, where's your armor? What are you doing?
I'm If you've noticed, my full plate was a little bit too big for me, so I'm getting it resized at the moment.
Oh. How long is that going to take?
3 weeks, give or take, but Ron's gonna run it up to us.
Where are you going now? What are you doing?
I'm getting a piece of stand-in armor for the 3 weeks that I won't have any.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you mind if I tag along on board?
Yeah, come with me.
All right. And I follow him.
Okay, so you show up at the armorer. The armor that he has on hand that will fit you, that you don't have to wait for, is chainmail. It costs 75 gold. It provides you with an AC bonus of 5.
All right, I give him 75 gold and walk out with the chainmail.
Cool. Done.
And go to bed. That's all I want to do.
Cool.
I was going to do something, but never mind. We'll just get out of the town and...
But then I say,
No. I was gonna cause mischief, and we can just not have the mischief happen because it's probably for the better. So we'll just call it there. You guys good for a break? We take our break.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we'll take our break. Going to hour number 3 right after this. I think we're gonna be leaving the town very shortly. So we'll see you guys in about 3 minutes after the break. We'll see you then. Bye bye.